on insulin because...
On June 21, 2023, officers responded to a domestic violence call at a shared residence. Upon arrival, they found a male subject outside reporting that his girlfriend had bitten him on the arm. Inside, the girlfriend had reportedly overdosed on insulin, turning what began as a medical emergency into a complex domestic violence arrest. Officers separated the couple to gather independent accounts. The male subject stated the argument began over a phone call, escalated, and his girlfriend retreated to the bathroom. He admitted forcing the door open because he believed she was self-harming with insulin. He reported she grabbed him by the groin and bit him during the confrontation, while denying he placed his hands on her at any point. Officers observed a visible bite mark on the male subject's arm. Under mandatory domestic violence arrest statutes, officers who identify physical injury in a domestic dispute are required to make an arrest, regardless of which party initiated the altercation. This removes officer discretion and is designed to protect victims who may later recant under social pressure. However, this framework can complicate cases involving mutual aggression or legitimate self-defense claims.
What happened prior? She's overdosing herself on insulin because... What happened prior to that? We were trying to watch a movie and she wouldn't watch the movie. She was talking to her friend on her phone. And then what happened? We got into a little bit of an argument and she ran into the bathroom. And then what happened? She was starting to herself before that from my ad. What about after that? I pushed down the door and tried to take the insulin from her and she grabbed my area and then she bit me. I don't want to work it out with her. She doesn't like me. She doesn't like being around me. She's on her phone all the time. She's trying to get me in jail. I need to get my stuff out of here. What's your last name? Oh, hell's yeah, very worse. That's all I gotta say. What's your last name? I will press charges against every one of you cops for the last time you guys were out here, and you guys just took me to the rehab shit. I didn't take you there. I took you to the hospital because you stabbed yourself. Yeah. What was the time before that? I don't know. So, you said you pushed the door down because she was... I didn't put my hands on her at all. So you said you pushed the door down because she was trying to... So you pushed it down and she grabbed you by the testicles and then bit you? Where'd she bite you at? You guys live together, right? Yeah. I try not to control her, but I don't like her. She don't like me. Why don't we just break her at all? I did not. Officer, I did not put my hands on her for her life. I did not put my hands on her. She bit you and grabbed you by the nuts? No, she grabbed me by the nuts and then bit me. Okay. Well, he said they got me. She goes to the bathroom, so she's done. She left in the bedroom, so he pushes the door down, and then she goes back out and grabs him by the nuts and bites him on. I'll be right back. Will you want to stay behind my hands behind my back and go to jail? No. Who said that? Stop saying that stuff. We never told you that. So, jail. Are you able to fill a statement out for us of what happened? I don't want to. I want to just leave. That's fine. Well, so... Can we get some pictures? Can we get some pictures of you? I want the restraining order on her.
Wait, that's a court function. That's not a...
Listen, you're not going to get a restraining order unless you cooperate with us and write statements out and so on and so forth.
Okay, I'll grab you a statement. Just start right now, and then we'll take pictures of your arm.
He said, you guys continue.
What's her name?
What's her name? Matt. Matt, what's her? Matt. Lacey. What's her name?
Are you able to put them in the room
Misty.
real quick? Can you put them in the room so we can step in and talk to you?
No, hold on.
Well, just go and put her in the room.
No, because
Dog number, but
So,
Misty is her name.
We're going to explain this to you, and you just need to be cooperative, okay? Because if you're not cooperative... There's injuries on him, you bit him, I understand. When it comes, listen, Misty, when it comes to domestic violence, we don't have a choice.
why do I have to go? Why? You don't care.
Stop hitting me.
No, please don't touch me.
We do care. Okay,
Well, then I want to go to the hospital.
Okay, well,
I'm depressed.
They can help you out of jail with that.
No, because I'm not going to jail.
Would you like to put some pants on?
No, I'm done. And I shouldn't have to go.
Okay, well, tonight you have to go.
Why? Well, then will you call my mom and talk to her real quick?
We will talk
to her afterwards.
No, you talk to her now because I have to work in the morning.
Stop pulling your hair.
No, I don't care anymore.
Don't you hit.
Okay, hold on. I'll get up. Can I put pants on? Please. Please. Hold on. You guys are hurting me.
Stop.
Okay,
You're hurting me.
balled up your fist at him, so.
I don't want to go. Why do I have to go?
Look, you need to stand up.
No, well, let me
Let's
put
just
pants
sit her
on and I
forward.
will.
We'll get your pants. You need to stand up.
I don't want him
Where's your
here.
pants at?
I think.
It's his house. He's gonna come get his stuff and he's gonna leave, okay?
Well then, why
need to
can't
stand
I?
up.
Why do I have
Stand
to
up.
go?
Stand up.
Why do I have to go?
Because
You're
it's
jerking
domestic
my
violence.
arm.
Yes,
up.
because
That's not fair. I didn't do anything. I was defending myself.
Stand up.
I was defending myself.
You need to stand
I
up.
was defending myself. I'm not allowed to defend
You
myself.
have your day in court.
No,
Explain that.
I have to work in the morning. Fight him, Benny. Fight him.
Dude, don't even play the game.
You're hurting me.
You need
I want to go
stop.
to the hospital.
Okay, we'll go to the hospital. Stand up.
No, you won't. Can I
Stand
please
up.
answer my phone?
No.
It's my mom.
You're
Why
not
can't
cooperating with us. We're not
Why
gonna do
can't
something.
I answer my phone? You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
You need to stand up. We're not going to play this on.
No, you're hurting me.
Well, you hurt yourself.
I don't really care about myself anymore. Can I just... Okay, I will. Hold on.
I get upset.
We got body cam.
You beat me! You're hurting my leg! Can you just let go of it, please? Why?
You got spit hooks in the car or no?
No, I'm not gonna spit on you.
Well, you better not. 'Cause that's...
Well, you already tried, so.
I'm not going to. Please don't put it on me. Can I have
Sit up.
pants? Can I have
We're gonna
pants?
try and get a shirt on you here.
Why can't I have pants?
We'll try.
'Cause I'm being nice and you guys, you're
I'm not
hurting
being
me. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. It's hurting me.
We'll get him fixed as soon as we get you up and adjusted.
No, I'm in pain. I want to go to the hospital. You broke my ankle. I want to go to the hospital.
Sit her up, see if we can grab some.
I want to go to the hospital. Hold on. I want to stand up. Stood up.
Do you have a pair of pants out here?
I don't know because I can't see. Can I take my phone?
Hi, puppy.
Sure, you take it down to the...
Yeah, we'll take it
with
with
you. You can make your phone call down there and...
I don't have my mom's number. Can you at least get it for me?
Missy, we'll get it for you.
I'm in pain.
Are these yours or his?
Yeah, those are mine. It's fine.
We will get her number out with your phone for you, okay?
Why am I not going to the hospital? That's bullshit.
Hang on. Look at that.
I'm in pain.
Jail's got nurses and stuff. They will.
Yeah, and he's gonna take all my meds. I didn't do anything. It hurts.
All right, stand up.
Fix it.
We're gonna fix it once you.
Can I have
Calm down.
my shoes, please? Can I put those in the fridge so she don't get a hold of them, please?
You can have these sandals right here.
That's what I meant. I'm in pain.
Okay, we'll look at it in just a second.
Bigger over there.
No,
Just leave it.
I don't want him in my house.
Well, it's his house too, so.
Well, I'm getting a restraining order.
That's fine.
I'm hurting and I need to go to work
Let's
tomorrow.
walk outside and we'll check your cuffs.
That's fine. Something to figure out this. After she says she's going to kill herself with it.
Yeah, I am. I'm
You'll be
in
alright,
pain
okay?
because I didn't do anything wrong.
We're
Why are
gonna
you
make sure-
doing this to me?
Yeah.
We're going to make sure you get the
No,
help you need.
why
okay?
are you making me lose my
Don't talk to her. Just
I'm gonna
Stop.
because I don't want him anymore.
You don't
Stop.
pull your car up to here.
stop
We're not gonna get
talking.
close to you. It's fine. Tell her just
You want me to take her?
Yeah, pull your car up to here.
I hope you guys shut up.
Alright.
if you turn and sit in for. Let him adjust
Check your
these
cuffs
for
real quick.
Hold on, my pants are gonna fall.
Yep, we're gonna check your cuffs to make sure they're not too tight.
That one's
This
got
isn't
plenty of
fair. Like I did nothing wrong.
That one's good. All right, just stop. Just stop. There's no point in yelling.
Now I get to go to jail because you.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit in.
Now you're being warned. You're warned for disorderly conduct. Keep yelling, you're gonna go see.
I'm trying to help you, okay?
Ow, I know you.
If you kind of slide,
It hurts.
if you
It
slide,
hurts.
if you, are you gonna listen to me to give you advice or not?
Ow.
Slide your butt this way.
This.
No, the other way, but
Ow.
yeah, like just twist your back this way so your handcuffs are off the thing.
He needs to go too. And now he's going to yell at my neighbors. Put him in jail.
As officers attempted to detain the female subject, she resisted, pulling her arm away, sitting on the floor, and refusing to stand. Under Graham v. Connor, 1989, the reasonableness of force must be evaluated from the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene, considering the severity of the offense, the threat level, and whether the subject is actively resisting. Here, she was not accused of a violent felony, posed no immediate threat, but her active physical resistance is a recognized factor under that legal standard. The use of force continuum holds that active resistance, pulling away, sitting down, refusing lawful commands, justifies the application of hands-on control techniques. Officers used joint manipulation and physical pressure to bring the subject to a standing position. These methods, while forceful, fall within accepted parameters for managing active resistance absent a weapon or serious threat. The female subject repeatedly claimed she was in pain and alleged officers had broken her ankle. Pretrial detainees hold a clearly established right to medical care under the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause, as affirmed by the Supreme Court in City of Revere v. Massachusetts General Hospital, 1983. Deliberate indifference to a serious medical need constitutes a constitutional violation. The subject's repeated on-camera complaints of ankle pain, combined with officers' prior awareness of the insulin overdose attempt, create a factual record with potential legal implications if medical care was unreasonably delayed.
Can I have my phone? Can I have my phone so I can call my mom? Please. Will you please answer me?
What's that?
Can you get my phone so you can get my...
Get it right now.
No, you don't want me. I want to go to the hospital. Please. Why can't I go to the hospital? Can I get a restraining order?
You'll have to ask the court for that. That's not something we can do.
Why can't I be released? So now I get in trouble for no reason. Can I apologize to you guys, please?
I accept your apology. That doesn't change anything.
Why? I don't have anything else on my record. Oh, no, that don't hurt. That hurts really bad. He's gonna hurt my dog. I don't trust you. Can you please? I'm not allowed to defend myself. I'm in pain. He needs to be out by the time I get out. So will you get my mom's number out of my phone?
They will give you an opportunity to call whoever you want.
I don't know her number.
We will get the phone number out of the phone for you.
Okay, that's fine. You guys are so unfair. I just don't want to be with him anymore.
You have the ability to control.
How can I when it's my house?
Get an eviction. Get him evicted. And seeing him.
Well, if I get a restraining order, he can't be there, right?
Yes, you could go get a restraining order.
That's what I want. Thank you. My pants are falling off. Thank you.
I'll walk back to this gray door back here.
The gray one?
Yep, that one right there.
Once secured in the patrol vehicle, the subject's demeanor shifted. She requested contact with her mother and sought a restraining order. Officers correctly informed her that restraining orders are a court function, not issued by patrol officers. They agreed to retrieve her mother's number from the confiscated phone, reflecting a degree of professionalism at this stage. Meanwhile, the male subject cooperated with injury documentation and requested officers secure his insulin, consistent behavior with someone aware of the legal process. The female subject was transported with confirmation that the detention facility had nursing staff available to address her medication needs, a relevant safeguard given her insulin dependency and the self-harm episode. She was charged with domestic violence and resisting arrest. The outcome of those charges, conviction, plea, or dismissal, remains unverified at the time of this analysis. No charges were reported against the male subject despite his admission of forcing open the bathroom door. The responding officers receive a grade of B. They demonstrated procedural compliance, documented visible injuries, gathered separate statements, and provided accurate information about the court process. Force applied during the arrest was proportionate to active resistance under Graham versus Connor. However, the delayed formal acknowledgement of the subject's medical complaints and the absence of a clear rights advisement at the moment of arrest are notable gaps. A more complete response would have included an explicit statement of the arrest reason and an immediate commitment to address her reported injury prior to transport. The female subject receives a grade of C+. Her physical resistance legally justified force escalation and added the charge of resisting arrest to her situation. Her self-defense claim that she bit and grabbed the male subject while he was forcing open a bathroom door where she had retreated is legally relevant and may constitute a viable defense depending on the jurisdiction's standards. Her consistent on-camera medical requests were appropriate and preserved as a factual record. Her capacity to de-escalate once in the patrol vehicle suggests acute distress rather than calculated aggression. The male subject receives a grade of C. He denied placing his hands on his girlfriend while simultaneously admitting to forcing open the bathroom door where she had retreated, an act that may have directly triggered the physical altercation he reported. His early threats to press charges against officers undermine his credibility as a neutral victim. The absence of charges against him, despite the admitted forced entry during her self-harm episode, raises legitimate questions about whether the primary aggressor was correctly identified. This incident carries 3 critical lessons for both law enforcement and the public. First, physical resistance during an arrest, even when the underlying charges are contested, creates additional legal liability and justifies force escalation under Graham versus Connor. Compliance protects your rights far more effectively than resistance. Second, mandatory arrest statutes remove officer discretion when visible injury exists. The moment physical evidence appears, the arrest is legally required, regardless of both parties' wishes. Understanding this framework in advance can help individuals in volatile domestic situations make better decisions, particularly around de-escalation, before law enforcement arrives. Third, medical complaints made on camera matter. The 14th Amendment guarantees medical access to pretrial detainees, and the record created during this encounter could carry legal weight in any subsequent civil claim. Document everything. Speak clearly. Request medical attention explicitly and repeatedly, not for confrontation, but because that record becomes your protection. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.